Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm with Chris Ritchie from Influx Production, and I hope you enjoyed that video I dropped last week or so. It was a shredded and we put a lot of time and effort, and today we're gonna show you basically the behind the scenes. So obviously this video is filmed at the same time we capture the other clips, well, some of them, and yeah, we're gonna show you kind of the challenges we face and how that works to make a bike video, because even though it's a 3-minute video, it takes us way longer and it's way more complicated than it looks, so enjoy. Yeah, I've done it last year in December, and since I haven't done it, but now it's ready to go and we're gonna film it. So I remember pretty good the speed and I was really comfortable jumping it, and I actually done it when it was wet, so right now it should be a little bit easier. But yeah, it's always, you know, it's a scary feature. It's super gnarly and I'll go really fast at the bottom, so I need to make sure everything is dialed, the bike is good, and you know, the line is pretty obvious, and because I've done it before I remember the speed, so that's already a big thing. So yeah, looking forward to jump it.
What about wind? Seems kind of windy right now.
It is windy, yeah. It's not bad enough to be a deal breaker, but I'll definitely wait that the wind drops a bit.
What are you thinking? How many times are you gonna have to, or are you gonna want to hit this?
Well, it's not really, I can't really be that stylish on that drop because it's like kind of a slow, awkward drop, so there's only so much I can do. As long as I'm like super dialed and precise, that's all I want. Probably it's gonna take me like 2 tries to feel like really good on it, and but because we need to get 2 to 3 angles, it's gonna be like 6-7 tries. What I'm worried about is the landing is a little bit it's super fragile basically, so I'm kind of limited on how many tries I can actually do on that feature, so we'll see. It's pretty windy now. Okay, running. Oh, I didn't remember that the running was that awkward. So I want to be on a straight line. I think I want to be on the edge here. I just did put like a couple of sticks, so I know the line basically. I can just like focus on it, and I mean from here I see the run out basically, so it's just that tree makes it hard to come close enough, so I'm like too far outside.
How big is this? What do you think?
I don't know actually. It's pretty, the drop itself is pretty like a good like 10-12 foot vertical.
Yep.
To where I'm gonna land. But then it's like that super snipey transition off camber rock face. So because it's off camber, I can't be hard on the brakes.
Yeah.
And then there's another gap and I need to make it past the rock at the bottom. So it's like a, I don't know, 10-12 feet gap. Not much of a landing, and then I need to be really hard on the brakes.
Yeah.
So it is technical. Running. Okay.
How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. Like once I will have done it, then I can do it over and over, no problem. Just the first time I like to be extra cautious. Okay, you good, Chris?
We're good. You go for it this time?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, drop in. Oh my god. I went way too deep.
That looked good though.
I
You went
way too
super deep though. Yeah, you landed like almost past the dirt.
Next try, I will need to shovel it a bit.
How'd that feel, Remy?
Well, the first time I messed it up, I went a bit deep. I don't know why. I was so bothered about maybe touching my rear wheel on the edge of below the takeoff. I went a bit faster and put my front wheel down to make sure rear wheel won't touch. I mean, I think I was still in control, but bit of trail maintenance. Yeah, I mean, I was like a foot too deep.
Did you pop off the edge? Yeah, a little bit.
Slightly. I need to redo it anyway. I don't know how I feel about the angle though.
Angle's pretty good. I mean, do you want to see if it looks better from down there? Like from here, it's gonna look worse.
Yeah, I'd like to try from down there.
Let's try it.
I actually like it.
This is the angle right here.
Yeah, because you can actually use this blue sky beam.
Perfect.
Yeah, I went slightly slow, but
That looked good.
I'm gonna redo it. And then we'll move on the front.
Yep.
Yeah, I hit the back brake. That's... Gonna give one more go. And then we switch front. I think I'm gonna do it, Chris.
Nice.
So what's going on? How many times have you hit it so far?
Well, let me put the speed Julbo Fury glasses. I think that's number 4. So basically 4 or 5. I think 5 actually. 5 tries in an hour. So yeah, now we're gonna switch angle and go from the front, just so you can see that feature. It's pretty cool. It's like a drop. I think it's called a lily pad in freeride terms. And yeah, it's super fun to ride. Definitely a bit scary, but and there's plenty of speed at the bottom. I think it's really cool to get like a front angle, like a bit tight, so you can really see, you know, how much braking and how much of an impact there is. And yeah, then we'll move to the second part. But basically, so you guys see, it's gonna take us an hour 30 to get one feature. So for about 4 seconds in the video. That was really good.
Shit, man, I wasn't recording. Forgot to hit the record button. Forgot to hit the record button, dog.
How's that?
Let's look. I think it looked good.
I'm very happy with
I
the
can't
riding.
tell with the riding because I just look at the screen.
No,
But
riding was really good. That's perfect.
Perfect. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first time ever where we don't have to redo it like 8 times. First time in like 5 years. And you captured it.
That's because I'm getting old, so I'm just becoming lazy now.
Happens to the best of us.
Actually, when I'm getting bored and I don't want to do it anymore, and I'm like, okay, one try and I'm out, I usually do it perfect.
Yeah.
If I know I have time and if I'm motivated, I just try to think too much.
Or when you're just riding it on your own, you always seem to get things perfect.
Oh yeah, like yeah, for sure, because there's no pressure, right?
Yeah.
And like I'm thinking like at every single detail, and so then I have too much information in my brain to process, and so I start, you know, overthinking and making mistake. Whereas if I'm by myself, it's just more muscle memory.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
It's making it though. All right, what's next?
That super awkward drop I built.
All right. I'd like to film one shot from like here with a wide angle handheld And then I'd like to film another shot from down, maybe down there more. And then we look at the next feature.
So like the following part that we just filmed is that like super slippery corner, and you got that off-camber rock and the drop off, and it's actually pretty high considering how small is the landing, but also how exposed it is. And the issue is that you take off on an off-camber, but it's so short that you kind of have to pop off the rock to lift your bike and straight down to the landing. So it's super hard to ride, and yeah, it's nothing. It doesn't look gnarly, but it is. It's pretty one of the hardest feature on the entire line, because you know this is just like, okay, it's a drop, braking control, below it's a big drop, but this is actual bike skills. So yeah, it's always a tricky one. I just want to make sure the line is good because it's really blind, so I want to make sure I'm gonna land on the landing and not next to it. So gnarly. Yeah.
We went a little bit far, went off the side. Pretty chill fall into into the moss. What happened?
Because it's for an edit, I wanted to come in with speed, where I normally would be stopped and drop.
Yeah.
And pressure of the camera, man.
The stop and drop will still look good.
Yeah, but it's I literally never messed up that. 3, 2, 1, baguette. Sorry, I want to make it smoother. That's good, but I want to make it better.
Nice. So when we're filming with Remy, the idea is that we want to make everything look as gnarly as it actually is, which is actually extremely difficult. If you've ever used a GoPro camera before, you know the GoPro effect. So what we're trying to do almost all the time is make it look as bad as it actually is. The way I do that is with a wide angle lens on these types of features. Generally, if you film with a zoom lens, that flattens it. Wide angle, you kind of get that bigger perspective. I get a lot of inspiration from skateboarding videos, and when I'm filming with Remy, I kind of think about that and how those guys do stuff, and how I can be more like that. How about you? Sorry? Still looks really good. Sorry, it's so hard to see in this, but
Just gotta redo it quick. Right. It's just like so narrow. Like we're talking like one tire
yeah.
track, so I want to make sure everything is perfect. That's fine.
Looks good.
What are you standing on?
So we're standing on the next feature now. This is kind of the main part of the line. The whole thing's it's so incredibly sketchy. Like coming from that steep section, I don't think most people would even ride the section before it. And then coming off this, I think you're about 20 feet, about a 20-foot drop down easily. The landing's pretty sniper, and I'm just kind of thinking about how we can make this look good. Yeah, so I think there's two angles. So where you're standing, about 3 feet back with a wide angle lens. That'll look good. And then potentially from the bottom in that little ditch there might look pretty big as well. We'll have to see when we actually get down there. Yeah, like Remy makes it look very, very casual. And he talks about these things really casually, but there's nothing casual about this. I think there's very few mountain bikers that would ever do something like this. Super, super high consequence.
Well, you want to say anything about this thing, Remy?
Well, same. I haven't done it in like 7 months or something like that. It's super intimidating. I mean, obviously it's big, but it's super sketchy. It makes like a rock face. It's like narrow of camber, and then it just drops down, and you can't pop from the top. You got to roll drop. So it is sketchy. Yeah, it is very sketchy. Okay, should be good to go.
Nice. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. Good. I hope it's not too windy up there.
How are you not scared?
I am scared.
You are?
Yeah. I mean, I've done it like 50 times before, so I'm less scared than the first time. But, you know, it's good to be scared. If you're not scared, you don't survive very long.
Say that again, Remy. What are you doing?
I'm just looking at a video of me doing it. So I find like it helps my confidence to know that, you know, I have the right speed and that I was taking the speed from same place, and that just helps me out.
How did that feel?
Yeah, it's good.
How'd that look?
We're just about to find out. Let's see. That was good. It was good.
How'd that feel, Remy?
Hey, good. I'm super stoked on the shock. Last time I jumped that with my air shock, and I find the coil, I don't know, the bike just feels better. Even on big drops like that, where normally an air shock should be almost better because you can make it more progressive. But now I feel really good. You want to get the full line, Chris?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Want to see that shot first? Looks good, eh?
Yeah, I think like I won't do it much better than that. I mean,
do you ever like get concerned about like limiting your exposure to this type of stuff? So like how many tries you do? Do you feel like there's more risk the more you do it?
not really, no.
No.
I feel like the more I do it, the more experience I get, and the less likely I am to make a mistake.
Right.
The problem is that then you start getting tired, right?
Yeah.
And when you get tired, you're actually more likely to make a mistake. So you have to find that sweet spot.
Yeah.
I can feel like towards the end of the day, if I keep on trying, especially if we run out of light, and I try to go as fast as I can in between the tries, then I get super tired. And then I'm actually, even though I have more experience, I know better the line, I know better the speed, I'm more tired. So if something goes wrong, I'm less alert and less able to fix potential mistakes.
Right.
But yeah, I'm still good.
It's cool.
And that's what we call a mistake.
Yeah, looks good on my end. Try another angle down the bottom, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Feel comfortable.
You have the run out.
Yeah, the run out's cool, isn't it?
That's so explosive being right here.
That was close. It's a good shot though. Almost feels like he's about to crash into you. Yeah, the shot looks good to me. How'd you feel on the riding? That's sick. I think that's the best shot, maybe.
Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So this morning we filmed that little part, and now we're heading to take a little break, and then we're gonna go when the colors are better to film another section of trail. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you now have a bit more appreciation for the final product, which is the Shred-it, and you see a bit more of the behind the scene and understand how we film and why we film a certain way. And yeah, let me know in the comment below what you learned, and make sure to support this channel by liking this video, subscribing to it, and if you want to make any purchase using one of the links in the description, that supports me. So thank you so much. See you next time on YouTube.
Thanks, guys.